Denying media reports that there was a proposal to field her against Narendra Modi in Varanasi, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra has told NDTV that her focus will remain only on Raebareli and Amethi, as has always been the case. Speaking to NDTV's group editor Priyanka Dutt, Priyanka Gandhi rubbished media reports that her family had shot down her proposal to plunge into politics to take on Modi, saying that her mother, husband and brother would wholeheartedly support her if she wanted to contest. She also revealed for the first time that Rahul Gandhi had told her many times that she should contest and that the decision to stay out was hers and hers alone. Well, our group editor Priyanka Dutt joining us at this point from Lucknow. Barkha, beyond Priyanka Gandhi Vadra denying these media reports that she would contest in Varanasi against Modi, the more interesting revelation seems to be these conversations that she's had with Rahul Gandhi, where he urged her to contest, but it was she who was adamant about not doing so.
Absolutely, Ankita. I think what would have disturbed Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, or at least that's the sense I got when I spoke to her earlier this morning, was the suggestion that she wanted to contest against Narendra Modi in Varanasi, and the top leadership of the party as well as her family shot down that proposal because of the suggestion that if Priyanka were to jump into the fray, she would overshadow her brother Rahul Gandhi. So to me, the most interesting part of that statement that she gave us in the conversation with me was her revealing for the very first time that Rahul is actually in favor of her contesting the Lok Sabha elections, and it is she who has decided to stay out. The other operative part of the statement that is interesting, of course, is her mentioning not just Rahul but also her husband Robert Vadra, also mentioning her mother Sonia Gandhi, saying all of these three people would back me wholeheartedly if I wanted to contest elections. But if that position were to change, that decision has to come from within me. And in my reading, Ankita, this leaves a window open for the next election. The last word on this may have been spoken for this election. We are going to see her only campaigning in Amethi and Raebareli. But I think there's a window open here for what could change by the next election, with this revelation that her brother is in favor of her actively now contesting a Lok Sabha election. And perhaps by the time the next election is upon us, she would have moved very far from the 2009 interview that she gave me, where she said she could never see herself in electoral politics. This decision is one, of course, that she reached after a 10-day Vipassana, where she said she was originally conflicted, but then she had resolved that she wouldn't be in electoral politics. So that position could change by the time the next election is upon India.
But have these media reports, which seem to suggest that she wanted to take on Modi in Varanasi, even though they have now been denied by her, in a sense, hurt the Congress? Because we see this absolute opposition clamour now talking about how the Gandhi family is under siege, as Arun Jaitley said in his blog, and has said so today again.
Well, two things here, Ankita. It is, of course, embarrassing and awkward, the suggestion that Priyanka wanted to contest and she was stopped by her own family. That's the part that she's actually denying. That's the part she's taking head on and saying that, look, actually my brother, rather than there being some competitive friction or rather than there being some concern that if I came in, he would get overshadowed, my brother actually is telling me all the time. In fact, when she was talking to me, she said he's told me on more than one occasion that I should contest. So I think, one, she's taking on that narrative, the narrative that has always been there in whispers that she could overshadow the brother. But as far as the Gandhis are concerned, there is no doubt that they are fighting a very tough election. Their prestige, in a way, is on test, especially in Raebareli and Amethi, where in 2012, even with Priyanka Gandhi Vadra campaigning, in the assembly elections, at least, the Congress did not do well, winning only 2 of the 5 assembly segments, even in the family borough of Amethi.
Barkha, thanks so much for joining us and putting that story in perspective.